with TDFAJ. Starts with a board, long outlet pass, and quick dish. Then their teammate shocks the world with a monster slam. Shopping the and one fall special at the Rec. Next, we go to Dat Boy Truth 56 in Pro-Am play. Teammate misses the open jump shot.
It's Saturday night and live, DA.
Well, guys,
he's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot.
and it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
He kicks it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. To the inside. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Lillard. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
It's been a quick start for Portland. It's a 5-point game. Doncic against Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 5 now.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, kicks it out to McCollum. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. Lillard with the bucket.
How about the experience paying off here as Ariza excellent at noticing that his man was wide open.
Outside, Porzingis from deep three-point range. No good on that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Anthony finds McCollum. Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. He's got 9.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And another 3 for Portland. Rig, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams. Now Hardaway, after the miss, 3 from Damian Lillard. Near the 3-point line, it's Doncic. And Hardaway Jr. is good for 3. Hardaway has got 5 points so far.
He's got some growing confidence right now in the catch-and-shoot game, Hardaway Jr. Feels like he could score from anywhere.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. That shot off.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. Lillard with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 7. McCollum finds Lillard over Hardaway. Powell pulls it in. Porzingis with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it. Already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Right side kicks to Little. Inside, here's Lillard, and he makes good on the layup. 14 points for Lillard.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Dallas again missing.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Hood's checked in. Pass to Whiteside. Kicks to Little. Here's Trent. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Curry is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Trailblazers. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
A team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Here's Trent. The pass to Little. Hood dishes to Whiteside. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. And Hood with the basket on the assist by Little. Hood's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers. Wright with it. He's picked up by Little. And the basket is good. Wright's got his first points in this one. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. To the left side wing. Outside Hood. Trent passes to Collins. Cauley Stein grabs the board. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Outside for Curry. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. Wright's got 4 points in the quarter.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
This is it to Cauley Stein. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound in this one. Hardaway's checked in for Jalen Brunson. McCollum's checked in for Portland. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Whiteside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Nurkic checked in for Portland.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Here's Doncic. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Mavericks trail by 12. The 3 for Doncic. Hits it from three-point range. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Lillard. Outside Anthony. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Goes up on the wing, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Doncic against Lillard. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. There's 37 seconds left in the first half of the game. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. And here are the Trailblazers now. They've led by as many as 14 points. And a wide open look for McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight. Doncic passes to Pop, and he lays it straight in. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
To the middle, here's Nurkic. Nobody near Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one up.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Beth. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He ended up with 17 points. That's all for now.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. To the wing right side, 6 to shoot. Lillard dishes to Nurkic, and there it is for him. Nurkic has got the first bucket of the third here for Portland.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Justin Jackson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Three-pointer, Lillard drills it from outside. Lillard's got 20.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Outside for Jackson. The shot by Kleber, wide open. Dallas again missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
From deep. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Little, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Hood subbed in for McCollum. Lob pass to Porzingis.
All of that happening because Porzingis moved well off of the screen to find the space.
Trailblazers leading by 18. Lillard looking around. Feeds it to Whiteside. Portland moving the ball around. Back to Lillard. Lots of room. With the putback, and Whiteside stays right with it.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Jackson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And a switch here also for Portland. Trent's checked in to the right side. Curry against Hood. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Three-pointer, Lillard connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Cauley-Stein. Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. And Wright kicks to Kleber. Curry fires from way outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway is subbed in for Seth Curry. Lillard up top. 23 points in the game. Whiteside. Mavericks with the rebound. Wright the pass to Powell. Now Brunson. Up top, Wright. Now here's Hardaway. 5 points in the game. Here's Brunson. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Trent passes to Whiteside. To the paint. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 6 assists now in the game. Pass to Powell. The kick out to Wright. Runs in the pass to Hardaway. A new 14 for the Mavericks. Back to Powell. Lays it up off the glass. Powell's got 6.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Inside, Hardaway with the steal. And they're on the break. Here's Cauley-Stein. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lillard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. From deep three-point range, Whiteside, and Whiteside stays right with it.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Shoots from 8. It's deflected. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Finney Smith's checked in. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Damian Lillard. Here's McCollum. Tries again. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. He has 7.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And so it's a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Marjanovic, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Jackson, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. McCollum passes to Whiteside. Here's Simons. Clock at 6. Over Jackson. But they'll get another chance. Back to Hezonja. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does.
Well, whenever Whiteside has a chance to dunk, man gon' dunk.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Seth Curry comes in for Jalen Brunson. And a switch here also for Portland. Swanigan, he's checked in for Whiteside. Barea, the pass to Marjanovic. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
The 3 from McCollum drains it from beyond the arc.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. They've played a great fourth quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Stolen by Jackson. Curry with it. Now defended by McCollum. Barea with a wide open look. Misses off the right iron.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Jackson against McCollum to the inside. Here's Simons. Kicks it out to Collins. And Justin Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Seth Curry. Hood's checked in for the Trailblazers. Cans it from downtown.
Well, the range for Rodney Hood is there. Shots like this demonstrate that he's capable.
Barea, the pass to Wright. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And here is Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Simons surveying the D. pass to Azania. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. The shot. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Outside Collins. And there's the pass to Simons. Clock at 4. Over Cauley-Stein. Swanigan kicks to Hazanya. Hood drives in. Some solid defense there from Jackson. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Damian Lillard.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
Here's Hood, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town. Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
And again, it's Portland converting.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Pass to Barea. Jackson looking around, and so Portland takes this one, but by a big mark. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
but they clean it up with the spinning between the legs dunk. How often do you even see that? Dat boy really is the truth.
Come on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Next up, back inside the wreck with Noah Bartone. Leaves the first defender in the dust, blows by the second, and weaves their way past the rest for
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Lillard. The feed now to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Leonard, no luck. Ariza outside. Passes it to Lillard. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Lillard against Beverley. Down low. Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. Beverley against Lillard. And the rejection by Zubac. Leonard attacking. That shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. Cullen passes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Lillard. It's a hand on it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 5 points so far.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Beverley, the pass to Zubac. Beverley deciding where to go with it. Outside Leonard. Over Ariza. And Zubac picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
And finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Now, here's George. Pass to Beverley. Here's Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverley has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Here's Lillard, following the basket by Marcus Morris. Lillard scanning the floor. Kicks it out to Ariza. Back to Lillard. Shoots the three. Paul George grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 5. Pass to Leonard. Back to Beverley. And here's Morris for three. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Well, silly foul. He realized it when it happened. That's where you'd like to see him show a little bit more discipline.
Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. And a switch here also for Portland. Trent's checked in. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Over George. Portland again missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
McCollum against George. Out to Anthony. To the middle. And finished off by Nurkic.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Williams passes to Harrell. Nurkic with the steal. Now McCollum. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the inside, Anthony. Back to McCollum. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Yusuf Nurkic has been on display for the Portland Trail Blazers. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Whiteside. Collins is out there with Little. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Trent in at the point. Hood, the pass to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
And stolen by Hood. All going up court. And the jam by Whiteside.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now here's Williams. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Boy, the dribble drive by Lou Williams, such a special aspect to what he does.
Here's Trent. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Trent. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Here's Little. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Lillard's checked in. Outside Jackson. Back to Beverly. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Trailblazers leading by 9. Lillard outside. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got his first basket of the night.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Now here's Lillard after the miss from Reggie Jackson. Lillard outside. Feeds to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Clippers with the ball. The Blazers getting the bucket. Jackson kicks to Shamet. Jackson passes to Shamet. Chalk up 2 there. Shamet's got his first points of the game.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And Montrezl Harrell, a fiery competitor, plays the game, Doris, with a lot of emotion.
He does, Kevin. You think about his time playing in Houston, he struggled a little bit. He stewed on the bench, got a reputation as a little bit of a hothead. But look what happens in a new system in L.A. The chemistry with Lou Williams. He settles him down a little bit. This city and this organization and his teammates have brought out the best in him.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
Jackson missing again.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shamet the pass to Zubac. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
19 seconds left in the second quarter. McCollum outside. To the paint. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Kicks it out to Ariza. And so it's the Portland Trail.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Coach, what is going on?
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. And what Yusuf Nurkic had it going on in the first quarter. He had 11 points, and he doesn't get... And that'll do.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. One guy who's been getting it done is Yusuf Nurkic.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Zubac has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Lillard against George. Lets it go from 14. The Clippers grab the miss.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam. And it's Ariza with the ball for Portland. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. George against Lillard. Kicks it out to Ariza. It's McCollum on the wing. And he's good on the 3 ball. McCollum's got 5 now.
Well, quality floor recognition from Trevor Ariza. If a teammate is open, I promise you he will deliver.
George looking around. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And it's Leonard again missing.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Leonard against Lillard. Shoots. The rebound by Paul George.
Well, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Trent's checked in, and a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
Now here's Anthony. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Inside.
You know, they barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Clippers trail by 9. Here's Leonard. Ariza with the rebound.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
They get it back. Trent passes to Anthony. Nurkic gets to Ariza. Good on the three-point shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
You know this. You better honor Trevor Ariza if he's beyond the arc. He is more than happy to fire away.
Williams finds Leonard. Looking to get back on track here. Nurkic with the block.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Here's Trent, defended by George. Ariza passes to Nurkic. Back to Ariza. Fires the three. And no good that time. And a wide open look for McCollum. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Hood subbed in for Trevor Ariza. And a wide open look for Hood. Good on the triple. Hood's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
For the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony comes in for Little, and Trevor Ariza subbed in for Hood. Now here's McCollum. He has 5. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Nobody near Williams. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the two-guard spot. But they get it back. To the wing on the left. Lillard outside. Puts up a three. And it's Lillard again missing.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Check out the vision from Jackson. He doesn't have to make the flashy play, just wants to make the right play.
Lillard against Jackson. Trent. Rebound by Harrell.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Jackson drives in, and Morris throws it down.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Lillard outside. It's Carmelo Anthony on the way. Shot clock at 6. Left side Ariza. Shoots from the corner. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV side. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Lillard against Jackson. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Great D that time from Harrell.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Up again. It's good on the putback. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double-teamed. And the rejection by Harrell. Clippers moving the ball around. Jackson finds Shem. Back to Jackson from deep. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock from downtown. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Portland again missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Lillard outside. Anthony, and staying with the play, Anthony. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
You know, and even when the play isn't for him, Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
Williams dishes to George. Now the pass to Zubac. Nurkic with the block. Morris with the ball. And here's Leonard from 3. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over-the-back.
To me, that's just a case of being too aggressive. You're out of position. Don't compound the problem.
And so it's Portland winning this one.
for the acrobatic layup finish. They cannot be stopped. I don't even think they can be contained. Last but not least, we turn to N0 Thop.
Up next. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to DAJ.
Kevin, thank you very much.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Caldwell Pope out there with Davis, and it's Howard in at the center. Here's LeBron. That one wide left.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's LeBron. Oh, what a dunk!
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Really, that's his specialty right there, finding that angle and then going hard to the rim.
Now, here's Lillard. Six to shoot. Here's Nurkic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Lillard attacking. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. Nurkic finds Lillard. No good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And stolen by LeBron. And it's the Lakers on the break. And he dunks it down.
Hey, it's not easy trying to stick with Caldwell Pope now, especially when he leaks out in transition.
Pass to Anthony. He feeds it to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard dishes to Anthony. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
You know, with each season in the league, AD's become more of a facilitator. Actually, he's much more aware of how to make plays for his teammates.
Now, here's Lillard. Down low, Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
And it's Davis missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Lillard against James. Kicks it out to Lillard. Bangs home the trifecta.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
1:06 left in the first quarter of the game. To the paint, here's Nurkic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Lakers trail by 3. Left side, Davis. They need this. And the layup is up and in.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
James against Lillard. 40 seconds left in the first. And the basket by McCollum.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
James looking around. The three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Ariza outside. Passes to McCollum. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. Ariza passes to McCollum. And another three for Portland.
Pope with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Yusuf Nurkic has been on display for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from a tough...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Blazers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Collins is out there with Little. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Trent in at the 1. Pass to Trent. Back to Whiteside. Shoots over Kuzma. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Collins comes over with the double team. And the pass to Morris. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Collins up top. Covered by Morris. Pass to Trent. There's the 3. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Here's Morris. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Here's Caruso. Rebounded by Hood. Portland leading by 9. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Whiteside kicks to Hood. Collins passes to Whiteside. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Passes it to Little. Clock at 6. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Alex Caruso. Here's Rondo. Los Angeles with another miss. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Here is Lillard. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Dwight Howard's checked in for Markieff Morris. Green comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And James subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. And Trevor Ariza subbed in for Little. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Lillard against Davis. Lillard with it. Releases. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. James with a deep 3. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
32.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. Yusuf Nurkic had it going on in the first quarter. He had 8 points. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. One guy who's been getting it done is Yusuf Nurkic.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Caldwell-Pope, and it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. And Lillard gets it to go.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Trailblazers leading by 12. From the arc. Rebounded by Howard.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Here's LeBron, and the shot goes in. James has got 6.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Poor decision there to heave the ball so far down the court. I mean, there's plenty of better places to go with it.
The Lakers making a switch here. McGee's checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Trent's checked in, and he makes that one. 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Green. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
Lakers trail by 11. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Hey, you know, this is really the challenge of trying to defend Davis because not only is he tall and smart, but he's gotten stronger in his time in the league. And he typically blows through contact and draws fouls.
Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Morris. Here's Trent. Rondo with the steal. Caldwell-Pope outside. No good that time. Good D by McCollum. Outside Hood. Pass to Trent from 18 feet away. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
So for the Trailblazers, Anthony comes in for Little. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Hood. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
And the basket by McCollum.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Rondo against McCollum. 2 on the clock. Here's Ariza. Tips it, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got 6 in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here. Rondo with the nice dish.
Here's Trent. 5 points in the game. The pass to Whiteside. From past the arc. Can't connect. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Trailblazers lead by 10. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Whiteside, and it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. Now Lillard fires for 3. Offensive rebound, Nurkic. McCollum passes to Lillard. And a miss there on the triple.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Lillard attacking, and he banks in the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
And the Lakers call time here.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Whiteside. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now. We're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Ariza no luck. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Here's LeBron. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, LeBron James is so strong and able to finish through contact because of it. You got to wrap him up. You got to get him before he gets that ball up in the shooting motion, because contact other than that doesn't bother him.
Lillard surveying the D. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Howard. Kuzma. And Kuzma stays with it.
Guys, we can attribute that to all hustle from the Flint, Michigan native there, Kyle Kuzma. Excellent activity leading to that offensive board.
Lillard against James. Lillard outside. And there's the call on James. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. And Portland with a change here, too. Trent's checked in. Lillard dishes to Ariza. Back to Lillard. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Howard with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. And that one. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Anthony. Back to Lillard. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And finished off by LeBron.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
Howard, the pass to Green. To tie it up. And he sinks the layup. Green's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Danny Green has been clutch throughout his career. As a matter of fact, I think he gets more fired up the higher the stakes.
Lillard against Green. It's stolen by Davis and stolen by Lillard. Three-pointer. Frames it from downtown.
Somebody's really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Lillard attacking. Nurkic can't hit. Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
To take the lead. It counts.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Pass to Trent. He kicks to Anthony. Passes it to Trent. It's stolen by Davis. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive.
This dude, folks, has ice in his veins when the game is tight. Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're behind by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Let's face it, really difficult to find an open 3 in this situation. Look, there's no secret. It's the only shot that'll save him. So the D is all over the perimeter, guarding that three-point line.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap. It's time for the... We are nearly ready.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball on the wing. Hardaway. Clock at 6. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. And it's off from three-point range.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Here's Lillard, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis, and finished off by Nurkic.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
The 3 for Doncic. Ariza with the rebound. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Here's Lillard following the score by Dallas. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
The 3 for Doncic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Anthony dishes to Ariza. Back to Lillard. Shoots. And that one hits back iron.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually counter.
Hardaway, no good. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Basket counts.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
There's the feed to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Oh, just too big of a threat down there. I mean, he has a number of go-to moves at his disposal.
An average shooter from deep, it's important that Doncic continues to work on this part of his game.
Stolen. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. A 3-ball. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Improving as a distributor, it helps when Hood tries to share it like this.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Dallas again missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he makes both free throws.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, they get a hand on it, and Brunson has it in the corner. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Trailblazers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Little passes to Collins. Now the Mavericks moving it up. On its way from Curry for 2. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Out to Hood. Pass to Trent. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
This is the 7-foot difference from Whiteside. Able to reach up and go to work right over the defense.
And now Portland on the break. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Trent. The pass to Whiteside. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And that length of Whiteside really coming into play. I mean, that's a good look for him.
Kleba kicks to Brunson. And they get it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's his first trip to the line.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Trent. Up and in on the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Curry way outside, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Trailblazers out in front as they end the first quarter.
I look to the times where things.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. If you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Seth Curry is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Maxi Kleba. And it's right in at the 3 spot. Mavericks trail by 3. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Finished off the break.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
To the middle. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard. I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
McCollum against Brunson. Up top, Curry. Pulls it from the elbow. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 5 here tonight. McCollum against Brunson. McCollum right side. And it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by McCollum. Whiteside's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
And a bounce-back season for Whiteside. Got the minutes he wanted with Portland and showed he could still be an impact player.
Yeah, he showed he's still a monster when it comes to blocks and rebounds. This year will be the most telling with Whiteside. Got a new deal. I want to see if he keeps pushing himself or reverts to lazy play.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Well, appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Anthony comes in for Collins. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Little. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Rodney Hood. Here's Nurkic. Back to Anthony. Passes it to Nurkic. Porzingis with the steal. It's stolen by Anthony. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And finished off by Nurkic.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Lillard from outside. Tips it up. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And the three off target.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Doncic against Lillard. 1:10 left to play here in the half. He feeds it to Nurkic. Pass to Trent. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Dallas. To the inside. Powell. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a flukeness.
And Lillard throws it down.
But look at how quickly Lillard leaps out of transition. He wants to run down the throw to the D, burn him in the open floor.
On the wing, Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. Nurkic with the block. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And here are the Trailblazers. They're on a 14-6 run. It's Ariza on the wing. Outside Anthony. Lillard fires away from way outside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Porzingis, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to... And no doubt that C.J. McCollum's a great player all the time. But Shaq... And that's a wrap.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether, because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 roaming the paint. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Inside. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Outside Curry. Off target from outside. Portland leading by 9. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Nobody near Lillard. Up again and staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Trailblazers.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Curry way outside. It's hauled in by Trent.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim. And Trevor Ariza, a different player now than he once was, but during his prime, he was as athletic as anybody on the floor.
You can say that again, Jay. He's done a good job adjusting his game as he's grown older. He went from mostly a slasher to a 3-and-D player. I mean, it's allowed him to have a lengthy career.
And Lillard gets to Ariza, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Trailblazers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Lillard, the pass to Ariza. Here's Trent. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer, Lillard sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Portland leading by 13. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. To the left wing. Poked away. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. So both teams making some changes here. Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. The wide open shot by Little from outside off the mark. Mavericks trail by 13. Curry with it. He's picked up by Little. In the corner, it's Kleba. Over to the wing. There's the triple. The second chance effort. Launches a 3. Fires the 3. Dallas, no good that time either. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And a wide open look for Hood. Trailblazers keep it alive. Back to Anthony. Dishes it to Little. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Little. Anthony's got 7 points.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
There you go. His first three-pointer of the night. That should calm him down. Maybe even get him going a little bit.
McCollum outside. Put on the wing. Pass to Anthony. Out left to the wing. Little kicks to Anthony. Curry with it. Now Anthony defending. Curry gets the bucket.
He's been a different player since halftime. Coming on strong now.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. Out to the right wing. Little passes to Anthony. Out to Hood. 3 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Right side, no good. Mavericks trail by 11. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Mavericks have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for Hood. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Well, I mean, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive end.
There's the pass to Whiteside. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter, and Finney Smith gets it to go.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Lillard dishes to Ariza. For the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Doncic leading the charge. And that one is good. Now just a 4-point Portland lead.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Kicks it out to Ariza. Three-pointer, Lillard. And the three ball is good. Lillard's got 14 points. The three for Doncic. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Hardaway with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Doncic. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
And we could have been looking at a 2-possession game, but that was a huge mistake on the turnover. Now, nerves becoming a factor.
Lillard, right side. It's McCollum on the wing. And another three for Portland.
I mean, sometimes you just got to assume every three McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
From deep. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Doncic.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he do that?
And the dunk by Doncic.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Back to McCollum. It's Ariza on the wing. Guarded by Doncic. 4 on the clock. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Trent. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Doncic. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Lillard. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Love seeing Lillard work it in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Hits it from 3-point range. Doncic has got 14 points now in the second half.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. The 3. Lillard misses. Dallas has gone 2 for 2 from 3-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Powell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands. as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
To the middle. Porzingis with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And Doncic throws it down.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Lillard with it. McCollum outside. From deep three-point range, and Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Doncic doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. To the paint, here's Anthony, and oh boy, a lot of contact. And here we go, a coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Finney Smith gets it to go.
And you got to respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Now, this is what you want from Nurkic. A fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Porzingis against Anthony. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got the game tied up here for the Mavs. 1:05 left in the game. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Passes it to Carmelo. Back to Lillard from downtown. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Finney Smith can't get it to go. He knocks down the clutch free throw. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over it, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
And Lillard gets to Nurkic. Anthony on the wing. Portland moving the ball. Here's Finney Smith. Covered by Lillard. Porzingis passes to Finney Smith. Here's Doncic. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 1 second left in the fourth. Now off the inbound. Money!
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber.
game is tied with 3.4 seconds to go. Huge block saves the game, and what's this? A full court prayer is answered at the buzzer. That's a winner, folks. But is this play your winner? It's time for you to decide. Vote now for your top play of the week. And if you want your highlights,
and we've got time for a quick...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. Home in the paint. Now here's Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. On deep. The shot misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Out to Anthony. Out to the wing. Nurkic against Zubac. Kept alive. Second chance shot. McCollum dishes to Anthony. Here's Nurkic. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now, here's Lillard. Down low. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got his second basket.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Lillard up top, defended by Beverly, and finished off by Nurkic.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Lillard outside. And the pass to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And you can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
And there's George. That's good on the assist from Leonard. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Here's McCollum. Paul George making his last shot. Clock at 4. And the rejection by Harold. No good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Jackson. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants. You know, if you were to redo the 2018 NBA draft, I bet Landry Shamet would have been taken a lot higher than 26.
And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State, some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one, Gia, that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters.
And Portland turns it over again. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Here's Williams. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Trailblazers trail by 6. To the inside. Here's Little. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now, here's Shamet. On the wing, Williams. Count that one.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Pass to Whiteside. Back to McCollum. They get the rebound. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here are the Clippers now. Got it off in time. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where... Just catching up with Montrezl Harrell, we mentioned his activity level and how it seems to affect his teammates.
That's where I put really a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and
Greg, I know you agree. Few guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, Whiteside is out there with Little. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Guys, we had to take flight to get to this game tonight, but here's a guy who simply takes flight and flies at will on the basketball court. I mean, it's pretty surreal to watch a guy who can elevate to that level.
Here's Leonard. That shot off. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for Williams. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Leonard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Lillard attacking. That one drops for him. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Beverly finds Leonard. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. That three off the mark. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Short. And it's sent back by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
Outside Leonard. And the rebound by Nurkic.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
It's stolen by Ariza. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, and credit Ariza for just staying active and coming up with the steal on that one. He was on the prowl and ready to catch him now.
Zubats, that's good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And Lillard gets to Ariza. Outside Anthony. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Clock is at 3. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
George with the bucket.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
A different look now for Portland. Collins checked in for Anthony. Little comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Rodney Hood. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Green comes in for Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Nurkic can't hit. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Strong take by Paul. He plays with great decisiveness.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good. And George drops them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
34 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Lillard, here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
This is basketball 101. This is the size mismatch you look to create.
Jackson down low, covered by Lillard. Jackson kicks to Shamet. From deep, George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. And then Lillard slams it in.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Here's Shamet. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Yusuf Nurkic had it going on in the first quarter. He had 12 points. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's been getting it done is Yusuf Nurkic.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. They've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Beverly in at the 1. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2 and stolen by Lillard. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Leonard with the steal.
Opportunistic defense on that possession, guys.
Here's George. Tries again. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Leonard, 2 points. That one goes. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
It's Anthony with the drive. He feeds it to Whiteside. And here's McCollum for 3. They grab their own miss, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
Are you serious? Whiteside doing major damage on the offensive glass.
Beverly finds Morris. Williams double team. Two free throws coming up, and they call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Whiteside with the basket on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Beverly. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
Both free throws good from Beverly. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. McCollum outside. Pass to Whiteside over Williams. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And it's 8 points for Kawhi Leonard.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Trent passes to Whiteside. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
A different look now for Portland. Collins checked in for Anthony. Little comes in for Trevor Ariza. Rodney Hood subbed in for McCollum. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. JaMychal Green comes in for Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Harrell finds Williams. And Whiteside sends it back.
With that long wingspan, Hassan Whiteside saying, no, not in my house.
Missed it, even after all those chances. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Trent, guarded by Jackson. Hood deciding where to go with it. Now the pass to Collins. Back to Hood. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Harrell. Pushing it up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Nasir Little picks one up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is checked in for JaMychal Green. And Georgia subbed in for Lou Williams. Lillard attacking. Fires from deep. No good that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's George. Harrell. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Lillard outside. Inside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
I'll tell you, Whiteside doesn't have to get too far off the ground to throw it down.
Now, here's Shamet. Guarded closely. The putback is no good. Lillard outside. The Trailblazers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That free throw good from Lillard.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Zach Collins. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Little. And McCollum subbed in for Rodney Hood. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
The Clippers haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lillard attacking. He kicks it to Nurkic. Outside Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 5 on the clock. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Three-pointer, Lillard. Not going to go that time. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Clippers ahead. They lead by a bucket. And fourth quarter back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And Nurkic gets it to go.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Lillard looking around. Kicks it out to McCollum. From the arc. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And more points for Nurkic. He can do this from time to time when he gets in a rhythm.
Left side, George. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Back to McCollum. Outside Anthony, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in. Zubats is checked in for Los Angeles. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Passes to Nurkic. Here's Trent. The shot's good. Trent's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. The feed to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Harrell makes it off the glass. Harrell's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Delivering a much-needed bucket. Harrell always working hard for the team.
Lillard up top. Pass to Anthony. 6 to shoot. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
Harrell dishes to Leonard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Lillard against Leonard. Now McCollum. Ariza outside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris comes in for Harrell. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
As the game tightens, I like Lou Williams' mentality. Never gets too high or too low.
George against Lillard. Feeds it to Ariza. Kicks it out to Lillard. Drains the three-pointer. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Pass to McCollum. It falls.
How about the fearlessness of
McCollum doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Williams with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Got it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Game on the line. You need a guy who's willing to step up and deliver that sweet loop.
24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Out to Anthony. The pass to Ariza. Now here's Lillard. Just 4 to shoot. Portland needs to get off the shot. And the rejection by Zubac. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time. And they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 1. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Yusuf Nurkic.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
As crafty as he is explosive, Kawhi Leonard gets the defender where he wants him. Gets to the line.
And so both free throws good that time. That puts him ahead.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
More highlights to be featured in a future episode? Then submit them to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. I'm the 2KMC. Peace.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. It's the NBA on 2. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
Sure does, DA. Thank you so much. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Howard is out there with Davis, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And Davis can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's McCollum. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Now LeBron following the three-point attempt by Anthony Davis. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to James.
I mean, it looks simple, but LeBron makes it look that way.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's Lillard. Shot clock at 5. To the paint, looking for Anthony, and gets it there. And there it is for him.
Melo buries these kind of shots all the time. It seems like there's not a difficult shot in Melo's handbook.
James fires from way outside. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's LeBron. Three-pointer. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Dishes it to Lillard. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Lillard. Feeds it to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Anthony Davis. Ariza with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Lillard from outside. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. It's a 3-point game. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Here's Howard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The D's got to be a bit more physical right there. Allowing Dwight to get that deep, not a good idea, which is why he constantly finds his way to the free throw line.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Markieff Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Alex Caruso is checked in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for LeBron. Here's Caruso. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. The pass to Caruso. Here's Kuzma. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. .104 left to play here in the first. And here we go. Rondo heading to the hoop. Now Howard. Pass to Morris. Shoots the three. Los Angeles with another miss. Portland leading by 3. And Whiteside with the basket on the assist by Little. Whiteside's got his second bucket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Goes up the baseline. The offensive rebound. And Howard with the second chance points.
Dwight Howard, such a force on the offensive glass. Phenomenal at knowing when to jump up and the timing on the putback jam.
Here's Trent, guarded by Kuzma. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Pass to Caruso. No good on the three. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Hood. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Markieff Morris. He's out there with JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caruso in at the 2 guard. Here's Trent. And a wide open look for Hood. Up again. And Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Good. McGee's got his first bucket in this one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Hood dishes to Whiteside. Back to Hood. Puts it up. A rebound by the Lakers.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And Rodney Hood, not a big name player, Bones, but he's earned a ton of minutes wherever he's played over the course of his career.
A lot of people just really happy for Rodney Hood that he can continue his career coming back from a torn Achilles, and that's no easy task. So for him to just be back out on the floor and contributing in any way is a great sign.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Davis is checked in for Markieff Morris. Caldwell-Pope comes in for Alex Caruso. And James subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Now here's James. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Outside Anthony. McCollum deciding where to go with it. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard with no one around. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Davis.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Well, Damian Lillard, he's got that score-first mindset, but very encouraging to see how he's trying to set up his teammates as a playmaker right here.
Now, here's Green. Missed inside.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Ariza. Pass to Nurkic. And stolen by James. Here's Davis. And Davis throws it down.
LeBron James and his basketball instincts are absolutely incredible. How about that one there?
Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 5. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Lillard surveying the D. Fires the 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Lakers trail by 6. The feed to Green. Over Anthony, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Anthony.
And such an important contributor to his team's success over the years. It's amazing that Green was a second-round pick and coming out of a big school at that.
Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. At the tip, Davis on the follow. Davis has got 8 points in the quarter.
All length there from AD. The assertive attitude, and it just makes him such a handful on the offensive glass.
Here's Morris. James, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Good if it goes. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. Jack, how does... And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Kicks it out to Lillard. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 3.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Trailblazers shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Lillard right side. McCollum right side. The three-pointer, no good.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Davis kicks to Caldwell Pope. Howard trying to free himself up. And there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist by Davis.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. LeBron against Lillard. Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, great to get Nurkic involved in the pick and roll, and he can be deadly as a roll man.
James finds Howard. From deep. The Lakers rebound. Down low. Outside for Caldwell Pope. The pass to James. Misses the three. Nurkic with it. Picked up by Davis. Pass to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the James.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
James fires from way outside. LeBron with another miss.
The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Now here's Lillard. He's got 7. And stolen by Howard. It's stolen by Ariza. Over in the corner, Lillard. And he's good on the 3-ball. Now it's a 5-point Portland lead.
This is what you're going to get with Lillard. He's a gunner. Right now, he's gunning from deep range. Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what we're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Hood comes in for Trevor Ariza. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for James. Howard misses. Trailblazers leading by 5. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Caruso. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's the break. McCollum outside. He feeds it to Whiteside. And foul on the shots. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the shot goes in.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Outside Rondo. Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 6. Davis kicks to Caruso. Goes back up. Trying to get open is Davis. No good from Howard. The Trailblazers on offense. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Passes it to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here. Now, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so it's Portland, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. They've got Kyle Kuzma. JaVale McGee is out there with Morris. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Caruso in at the 2 spot. Now here's McCollum. Back to Whiteside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, once his team got Whiteside the ball that close to the bucket, the defense is absolutely at his mercy.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Portland. The Lakers also with a sub. LeBron's checked in for JaVale McGee. Here's Morris, outside Rondo. Pass to LeBron, right wing. Here's Caruso. It's hauled in by Trent. Trailblazers leading by 11. Now, here's Whiteside. Here's Trent. Back to Whiteside. And there's the pass to Trent. There's the triple. Traps in the tray. Trent's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
Nailed from three-point land.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Here's Kuzma and McCollum with the block. And here comes Ariza leading the fast break. Over to the wing. Trent passes to Ariza. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. The Lakers also making some changes. Anthony Davis is checked in for Morris. And it's Green in for Rajon Rondo. Pass to Trent. From past the arc. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Passes it to Kuzma. He dishes it to James. Caruso kicks to LeBron. The Lakers get it back in a new 14. To halt the run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And not having the same impact on the offensive glass that they did in the first half. It would help them cut into this lead if they could create some more second chances.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Little, and Damian Lillard is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. The Lakers also with a sub. Howard's checked in for Alex Caruso.
So the combination of power and finesse, it just is automatic when LeBron gets down low. One of the most efficient paint players in the game.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Trent. They get it again. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Lakers trail by 14. Here's James, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
What about the courage right there? Sacrificing his body to get the high percentage attempt at the rim.
Anthony taking his time here. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 3. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Portland.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves.
Oh, man. Talk about finding change in the couch.
Yeah.
How do you get that?
Caldwell Pope finds James. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Lillard with it. Now Green defending. Here's Lillard from deep three-point range. LeBron grabs the miss. Davis dishes to Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Damian Lillard.
The defender there makes a poor choice, underestimating Green's savvy. Results in a trip to the line.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Morris comes in for Anthony Davis. Smith checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Bradley subbed in for LeBron. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. To the middle and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the pass to Simons. Portland moving the ball around. Hood drives in. Lasagna, the pass to Swanigan. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Hood. No good. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.